Hey guys, what's up? Gemini Jets 4 here, coming at you with a quick review of my brand new Hobbymaster F-4C Phantom 2 in the colors of uh, United States Air Force Colonel Robin Olds during Operation Bolo. Let's take a look at this here, the little label that Hobbymaster puts on their boxes these days. Yeah, like I said, it's an F-4C. Serial number 636367680. Again, Colonel Robin Olds during Operation Bolo from the 8th Tactical Fighter Wing, based in Ubon, Royal Thai Air Force Base on January 2nd, 1967. So, Bolo, Operation Bolo, was a plan that was devised by Olds and his pilots to eliminate many of the North Vietnamese Air Force's prized MiG-21 fishbed fighters, fighter interceptors rather. What was happening was the U.S. Air Force's F-105 Thunder Chiefs, these, were getting jumped constantly by MiG-21s like these. And many of these 105s were getting shot down, consequently. So what happened? Olds was getting sick of all of these losses, so he and his pilots devised Operation Bolo, which is named after a Filipino fighting knife, as like a swift stroke to eliminate as many of these elusive MiG-21s as possible. Reason why they're elusive because they were using hit and run attacks against the 105, so by the time that F-4s could get down and try to engage the MiG-21s, they had launched their missiles, thus attacking the 105s, and they firewalled the throttle, went to full afterburner as soon as possible, and they just ran away, thus hit and run attack. So what was Olds? So now Olds said, okay, we're gonna fix this. And so he made his F-4s look on radar and sound on radios as much like an F-105 or a flight of F-105s as possible, so that the North Vietnamese radar controllers would see, oh, a flight of F-105s. Let's launch MiG-21s so we can have a turkey shoot. But during Operation Bolo, there was no such turkey shoot. It was a turkey shoot for not F-105s, but for F-4s. And they kicked the crap out of all of the MiG-21s that were sent up that day. There were 6 lost. I think it was 6 or 7 MiG-21s were shot down, while no F-4s were lost, which is incredible. That was actually, believe it or not, about half of the North Vietnamese MiG-21 fleet at the time. So they lost half of their best interceptors to just a plan that just seriously, it was devised by a genius. If you saw my Instagram post the day I bought this airplane, my Instagram name is luftyman748, man with 2 N's. I posted that. Oh man, I lost what I was gonna say. Oh well. Right. Now that was it. I said that Olds, he was one of the most legendary aces of all time, and of course, yes, he was an ace. He had, I believe, 12 kills in World War II, and he scored 4 more in Vietnam, flying the F-4. Thus, 16. He had 16 kills. Relatively good for an American pilot, but it's nowhere near one of the top scoring aces, as it was nowhere near even our top scoring ace, Richard Bong, flying P-38s. He had 40 kills, and it's still, even 40 is nowhere near the Germans' top ace in all of aerial warfare, which is Erich Hartmann. he had 352 victories. So, of course, Olds and Bong, nowhere near Hartman, but still, Olds was an absolute genius. Just the way he devised the plan that he got a jamming pod. He made sure his radio call signs were exactly what the 105s were. He flew the exact paths that the F-105s flew. And, of course, at history can tell itself, there it was a 6 or 7 to nothing victory for the Americans. So, wow, that was a long explanation of Bolo. Let's actually review the airplane now. So, we'll start from the nose. We got your nose cone up here, the radome. And then moving back, if I can focus on the airplane, I'll show you that that actually says, see, that says Robin Olds. Then I believe the second pilot, Wizzo, Rio's Navy. The Wizzo is Charles Clinton, I believe. I think that's what it says. And I believe that it says Staff Sergeant Tom, let's see, Chilton, I think. I believe that's what he is the crew chief for this airplane, for Olds' aircraft, that is. So then, we'll continue moving down the fuselage, or the nose section. You got the rescue to get them out of the airplane if it's an emergency landing. Obviously, you got the canopy, the two-seat canopy of the F4, two canopies come up. And then right under that, you got on the intake ramp, you got one kill marking there. And then right under there, you got AIM-7 Sparrow radar-guided missiles. And here you got AIM-9D Sidewinder heat-seeking missiles. And then here on the wing, you have all like the engraved panel lines and stuff. And then you got your slanted slightly wing, or outboard section of the wing, the dog tooth leading edge right there. Flip it around a little bit. Then you got your wheels. They are interchangeable. You get your aft AIM-7 Sparrows, burner cans on those J79 turbojets, tailcoat of FP, and you got the last few digits of the serial number. Wow, those words were escaping me. The last few digits of the serial number. Got some squadron markings. We'll flip them around again, even though it's basically the exact same on this side of the aircraft. Again, FP tail code, or the FP tail code, serial number. You got your downward slanting tailplanes all moving. Another J79 turbojet burner can. And then you got your arresting cable for an emergency landing in case of. And you got your AIM-7, AIM-9s. And that's about it for the top of the aircraft. We'll take a look at the bottom. So you see those open slots, those would be for gas tanks, but the gas tanks are really weird. The centerline one, that is. So I just don't put the outboard ones on. If I did put something in the middle, it'd probably be that. That's a gun pod. Even though it is not accurate for Bolo, I would probably still put it on just because it looks cool. And it's the only thing that like really it stays. I don't know what you want to call it. It works well on this airplane, but whatever. I probably won't put it on just because it's inaccurate. So yeah, that is Colonel Robin Olds F-4C Phantom II from Hobbymaster in 1/72 scale. So I'm going to wrap this video up because it's about 10 minutes now. And I haven't had a 10-minute video actually in a long time, so I mean, it's kind of nice to have a long one, but at the same time, I don't really like the long ones because they keep you occupied for a long time. They're just too long, I think. Um, so yeah, we're gonna wrap it up now. So if you have any questions about this airplane that you want me to send you some detailed shots of some part of the airplane, I'd be glad to. If you have any questions about the F4, I'd be happy to answer them. If you have any questions about any of my other airplanes, like either you saw in this video, like maybe the 105 or the MiG-21, I do have videos there up of those. They're farther down the list because I made them a couple years ago. Still, I do have them. They're reviews that you can look at. I believe my 105 is actually my most watched video. I think, could be wrong, but yeah, I guess people really like seeing reviews of a 172 scale 105. Anyways, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate that as well. And not only that, if you want to hit the like button, I'd really appreciate that too. And again, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer them. And about basically anything, airplane related, riddle, whatever. Yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time. It probably will not be a military because I don't have that many militaries left. Probably be a 1-200. The only one I haven't done really is the KC-135, so it'll be a KC-135 or one of my 1-400s. Thanks for watching. Bye.